I've been sea trial captain for more than 20 years, and the testing phase is very important. So then we convince that the ship meets all the rules and regulations set by the classification society and of course the expectation of the ship owners. One of the most important is of course the speed test. So there is a certain speed which is promised, and that will be then met fully.
Hydrodynamics deals with everything that is connected with the ship moving in water. But here at sea, my role is to conduct the speed and maneuvering trials. Speed, that's of course a very important factor when you are making or building a new ship, because of course a ship has to move sufficiently fast with sufficiently low engine power. So perhaps the most important objective for me is to conduct the speed trials and get enough raw data to finally be able to determine whether the ship clause in the ship contract is fulfilled or not. And then of course we have to fulfill also some international maneuvering standards, so the ship has to be well maneuverable, and that's something we have to prove here at sea.
The testing we're doing is extremely extensive, and we are recording data that is really relevant to establishing the baseline performance of the ship. Detailed analysis will be undertaken on that data, especially to do with speed, performance, fuel consumption and manoeuvrability. They are really critical things for the future operation of the ship, and that'll all be a record that will go on to measure, if you like, future performance of the vessel.
There's just under 240 people on board and very many different contractors. One of the standouts for me is how safely everyone was working and joining in together to get the work scope done. After the sea trial, a number of companies will go back. They might have some actions that they need to fine-tune. And then the next phase will be sea trial 2, which will be an LNG trial, and we will test the consumptions and the engine performance on LNG.
The ship is performing well and met all our expectations. So this is a very handy ship. It behaves very smoothly and it's very well planned.
I'm extremely pleased with how the sea trials have gone. We've been traversing the oceans without stopping, and that is a real credit and very pleasing.